What is going on, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists out there? We're back with P&Q for the first of the monthly P&Q series, and as you know, I wanted to go monthly with this, as it was formerly a weekly series. Now it is monthly. I'm recording this mid-month at the moment, so it's the 15th today, so this will change, but I will be scheduling it for the end of the month, on a Monday still. I think it might be the 26th, near the end of the month, but we'll see. And yes, we'll see how this goes. So I'm quite nervous, folks, to see how this plays out. I do have more. I've got 4 sheets here today of questions and a few more emails than usual, which is awesome. I am nervous about how this is going to play out. So what I want to see, obviously, is more views, more questions, but I don't know. It could just kill it, and that's a shame if it does. I hope it doesn't, but we'll see. Time will tell. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, then oh well, we'll move on somehow. I've got 4 emails, and then the comments or questions from last. I'll say last month. I'll get into the habit of saying that. Last month's show. Alright, so if you're new to this series, this is now the monthly Q&A series where you get to ask me questions or put comments to me, then I respond to you the following month. Now, you do this one of 4 ways. Comments or questions down below, most common way, and the easiest way, of course. Email, there'll be a link in the video description below, and it's miniwarzone@gmail.com. That will get you an anonymous response. When I say anonymous, I mean I won't say who it's from or whatever else. If I see a video on YouTube which is asking a question, which I think might be cool to answer here, I'll do that. Unless, of course, because these are monthly, it's no longer really relevant and seems like no point in going over that now because it's past and it's outdated. I'll do that. Or if we meet in person, sometimes I meet people in person on the street and whatever else. Or come around or go to someone's house and we just talk and raise cool topics. So there's that. That's it, I think. So let's get on with it. So let's get on with this monthly, the first of the monthly. And I will be trialing it for a while and different things. I'll give it a fair run, I think, to see how it goes. It could make a series, or it could kill it. Well, we'll see. Right. Email first. It says, Dear Pete, just wanted to drop you a quick email as I have never done so before, but want to say that I reckon going monthly is a good move for you on this series, man. You may find that you get more questions / views, etc. I want to ask you how you're getting on with your job in terms of the physicality of it. Do you think you'll be able to do it long term, or do you have another plan of action? Many thanks. Keep up the great work. Your long-time silent friend, blah, blah, blah. Well, thank you for emailing in. First of all, I don't think you've commented on the normal section either, I don't believe. So first time. You've obviously been watching my videos because you're asking me how my job is going. The physicality of it. I find no problem with the physicality of it there and then at the time. What happens is it kind of hits me a day or 2 after, and I struggle then, I really do. However, I noticed a difference when I changed shift pattern temporarily, sadly. The other day we had a stock take of the store. So people came in, which meant that we couldn't put stock out during the day and whatever. So people's shifts were being changed and altered. So I went from night shift to day shift, essentially. A bit of an early start, but not as early as I have done in the past. So I was able to finish early as well, so nice. And it gave me a great sleep pattern from the night before. And I got home, yes, I was tired, but I still had the day, and I could do what I wanted. And it was so much better. And the work on days, I thought, was so much easier. It's easier, I think, you don't have to dress the stock, like turn all the tins around the right way and stuff. Because there's no point, customers are in the store and they just mess it up anyway. So you only have to do that at night. So yeah, I thought it was easier, personally. And I have since applied. Well, I'm in the process of applying to change to early shift to better facilitate my needs as a person, and I think people shouldn't be afraid of doing that. You know, they should fight for what they want. Do I think I'll be able to keep it up long term? Not as it is, not on nights, I won't know. So if they can't accommodate me, I will of course have to get another job elsewhere that will do day shift hours. So sorry to leave if I have to, but that is what will happen. Yeah, so thank you for your email. On to the next one. It says, hi Pete, I need to ask you about balance in 40k, as I feel the game is very unbalanced, don't we all? What are your thoughts on this, and how would you go about fixing it? Can it even be fixed? Lol. Yeah, that's really it. Well, I feel that many people with far superior knowledge, especially in 40k, to myself, I've been asked this, and I don't know I don't know if there's a main common answer. My answer would be the only way you can have real balance in a game like 40k, and I mean real actual balance, would be in a tournament setting, and you'd have to have the exact same army each side. Of course, you'd have to have different color schemes to differentiate between them. But the only way you'll ever get true balance is to have the same army each side. Then no one army is greater than the other. You have to be exactly the same units, same everything. So if you're playing, say, Blood Angels, 1500 points of Blood Angels on one side, you'd have to have the exact same 1500 points on the other. Exactly the same. That's the only way you'll get true balance. Like a game of chess then, see? Other than that, it won't be. Next email says, hi Pete, could you tell us how your job is going for you now you've been there for a little while? Well, I've answered that question in the first email, but yeah, I've been there a little while now. I've been there 3 months. Can you believe that already? 3 months. I've noticed on Twitter that you post more videos from what you have already done, so obviously this makes sense. Right. And what you mean, I'm assuming, is I post more videos on Twitter and actually Google Plus as well of videos I've already made in the past. So because I can't put content up on that day, for instance, I'll just put up an older video on those platforms to share. To me, that makes perfect sense, and it gets a few more views, I think. Right, okay. Right, now last email. Sorry about that, I get a dry throat. The last email says, hey man, how is life treating you, and how is your November going/gone? Well, it's still going at the moment because I'm recording this halfway through November. I wasn't sure, if you remember on the last PQ, when I'd sit down and record this, and there's got to be obviously a certain leeway of what suits me with regards to work and so on as well. So I'm recording this on the 15th, and I'm going to schedule it for, I think it's the 26th, and I think that might be a Monday. I'm going to put it up for a Monday anyway, whenever, to the end of the month. November's going good. Hobby-wise, the only thing I get done lately is what you see on the bench videos. That's the only hobby I get done. I just don't have the time anymore, but I'm hoping that will change in the future, in the near future actually. And no, November's going good. So that's all the emails. So that's all your anonymous ones. Now on to the comments or questions left from last month. And the first one is from IDICBeer 40k. Hey Nick, how's it going, buddy? He says, totally missing your Monday Q&A, Pete. Mondays are just not the same anymore, with an unhappy face. That means a lot, sir. Thank you. But I'm sure you'll agree I think I've made the right choice by at least trialing monthlies, because it makes perfect sense to me, because I wasn't getting the views or the questions on a weekly standpoint, possibly because it's too soon. Too often people are like, I don't want to think of another question this soon, I'm just not really. Whereas a monthly one, it's kind of, you've had like a month to think about it, or you will have done. and you may feel more inclined to ask a question on this. And if I can remember, if I could take one of your things you do on your monthly ones, and that's to put links to everybody who ask a question on the comment section in the video description, and I'll definitely try and do that. But you know what my memory's like. That's what my aim is to do. I'll try. So yeah, we'll see. IDICBeer 40k again. It says, sounds like a good move for you in the series, Pete. Yes. I don't think I've had anyone so far say to me, I think that's a bad move going from weekly to monthly on that. No, I think it's a good move. Makes sense. Now that the cold weather is coming, do you prefer an electric blanket or hot water bottle? If you could design an MDF terrain kit, what would it be like? Wow. Electric blanket or hot water bottle? I've actually kind of got an in-between. It's a heat pad, which is about the size of 2 hot water bottles, I suppose, which just, you put on your tummy or your back. I put mine on my back. I put it behind me because it's super warm and toasty with that, and then sometimes I put a blanket over me as well. And then it gets too hot, it's got different settings on it. It's like a mini electric blanket. That's what I like to use. MDF terrain kit, what would it be like? It'd be like a Space Hulk type of thing. MDF Space Hulk. Yeah, why not? Or like a Zone Mortalis. A kit that could be interchangeable MDF to make Zone Mortalis tiles. Don't think you'd need that many of it. And it would probably be cheaper than Zone Mortalis, the tiles you get for that, because that's quite expensive. I'll say Zone Mortalis because I like Zone Mortalis. Never played it, but I've watched hundreds of them. They look cool. I'd like to try it out. Alright, next one comes from cruorangelussilicis, who says, top job on the P&Qs, Pete. I don't always comment, but I do always watch. Monthly is probably a good call, just from a practicality point of view in light of your changed circumstances. Yes. See, it's good, all this positivity for the change. I like that. Question for next time. How many questions do you think, or do you know, you've answered in your P&Qs? Oh, wow, I don't know. Sorry, folks, I'm going to take another sip of coffee. Don't know. Throw a number out there, maybe 1,000, maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. Been going a few years, and every week, so that's a lot of questions when you add it up. Yeah, but I couldn't give you an exact figure. Sorry, but if anybody can, that would be amazing. William Kuby says, well, okay, yes, as paint, put the Abbott and Costello on, you'll like them. Yeah, I probably would. Maybe look through some YouTube or stuff. By the time you answer this, done. Okay, new thing. Do you listen to music as you play your games? See this next month. Another vids as you post them. I don't listen to music as I play. Well, actually I do. Depends on the game. I don't listen to music when I play tabletop war games. Not at all. But I do listen to, well, it's not so much music, it's more soundtracks for RPG games. I'll give you an example. Like I'll put creepy music on in the background. Very, very low, but creepy music if we're going through like haunted woods or in the wilderness or going for a haunted mansion, different sounds and things, because you get like wildlife sounds. So maybe a thunderstorm and the brewing in the background, just stuff to build atmosphere. So it's not music as such. Then again, played a few games incorporating like a sort of gothic punk feel, where we're going into like gothic nightclubs and things like that, and you get some gothic techno music or whatever, and just play that really, really low in the background, and it does build atmosphere in an RPG game. It really does. So yeah, but mostly it's sound effects. Dogs barking, owls hooting, a little bit of rain, thunder clap, that kind of thing. But yeah, but other than that, no, I don't listen to music as I paint either. I prefer to listen to somebody talking, either on a video or maybe an audiobook or something, but definitely talking. Basic miniature painting says monthly sounds right. a question. What is your favourite historical film? See, another positive comment for the monthly move. Well, I just hope it pays off. So please get these questions to me. You've got a whole month to do it now. Please. My favourite historical film, without a shadow of a doubt, is Zulu. I watched that movie when I was a young kid first, and I immediately had to reenact it with my toy soldiers. And I had a variety of toy soldiers, from little Airfix guys, they were only small, to cowboys and Indians, but they were all Zulus and soldiers from that period at the time. I didn't have any authentic ones, but kids' imagination, we had great imaginations, didn't we? I know the film isn't historically super accurate in terms of historical accuracy, but it was a great movie, such a great movie. I loved it. That is my favourite historical film, without a doubt. Zulu. Right, next page. Jedi Jim. Monthly sounds good to me, buddy. Actually, anytime you can post, I will be lurking around the comments area. Keep well, my friend. Jim, thank you, sir. That means an awful lot to me. Makes me want to keep going and do these videos. I love doing these videos. I have to be honest, though, with currently working now as I do. I have to be honest. I am super glad I moved to doing it monthly. Made that decision because it was getting a bit... Oh no, I've got to do this on the notes. It's like my day off, and I had other things to do on my day off, so it was kind of difficult, but we'll get there. Monthly is okay. I can cope with that. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to suppress yawns as I go. It's an MS thing. I keep trying to suppress them. I don't want to yawn too much on camera. Right, Capatan Morgan's Wargames is next. Says, I think that's a good idea if you have other commitments. I love this series. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much indeed. That's Capatan Morgan's Wargames. Check him out. Alright, oh dear. The next one I can't pronounce. I don't know how the pronunciation of your channel name, sir. I'll do my best. Sorry if I butcher it. Okay. It comes from Landsknecht1525. Is that how you pronounce it? Landsknecht? I hope so. But Landsknecht1525 says, hello, have you played Gaslands? No, I haven't. But I have seen a super cool gaming mat for it, which is like incorporates the racetrack and so on one of those mouse mats. I don't know if it was Frontline Gaming or some company like that. But the track looks cool, and from what I've seen of the game, I am intrigued, but I haven't played it yet. Have you? Let me know. What do you think? Okay, Jim White is next. Says, monthly P&Qs would be awesome. What is the next airbrush paint you are planning to buy? Another sip of coffee. Throat's getting a bit... Right. I'm not planning on buying... I don't plan my airbrush paints in advance unless I've got a particular project coming up. Like, say, for instance, suppose I wanted to, I don't know, to paint a huge castle, bit of ceiling, could be MDF, whatever. I thought the only way, and I'd think to myself, well, the only way to really cover that, without taking 100 years is to airbrush it. Right, now I'll look through, like, what colours do I want it to be? I'll say I want it to be like a greeny brown, for the most part, or something like that, as opposed to a reddy brown or whatever. I'll look through what paints I've got, airbrush paint, think, nah, I'll need to order something. So I'll go online and look for something I need. Whereas the ham paints, like the Citadels, the Vallejos and all that kind of stuff, the P3s, I just like to buy them in or keep a big stock of different colours on the go, because I just like to have them on hand. But the airbrush ones, I just seem to get when I have a particular project and I want certain colours for it, because mostly I airbrush is priming and base coating, which I've got all those sorts of colours. The more finer ones or odd ones, maybe such as metallics, I would have to get as and when. So at the moment I'm not planning on any airbrush paints, but of course they will come. I just don't know. Right, JS Idaho is next. Says, you deserve to relax, Pete. Yeah, we will be there. We will be here. Thanks for all you do for the community. And are you going to do any orcs for October or November? How is the Orc Bomber going? Again, it kind of flew by me. It's directly that way. Orc Bomber. And there's not an awful lot to do to it apart from mount it, really. But sadly, I didn't get any orcs done. No. Shame on me, I know. I do love orcs, and I want to get right back into that. But I did buy myself the Orc Codex. Haven't had a chance to look through it yet, due to time restraints and so on. But yes, I did get myself the Orc Codex, and that is going to be super cool. I am going to get my orcs out and have a look and see what I want to get. Some really cool orc vehicles out now, which I'd like to maybe get a few of. I want to get some orc bikers for sure. That's definite, but I just don't know when. But no, I didn't. But the Orc Bomber is still the same as it ever was. I do want to get around to it. It's just time. I'm so wanting to get around to it. Thank you for your question. Shaming me into it there. Right, last one comes from Alex Attempts Tabletop, who says, I personally think monthly will be better, man. Less hassle for you, and because it's only once a month, more people will be inclined to watch it. Now, I know it's approaching towards that word. I'll say it, Christmas. Even though it's October while I type this. But what's your favourite thing about it? Christmas. My favourite thing about Christmas. Spending time with and seeing family members that I don't normally get to see all year round, I suppose. I'm hoping I'll get to see my other brother and his wife and that, you know, things like that, which I only usually see maybe once a year and about Christmas time. Yeah, so, and Christmas Day itself, I like it to be immediate family and close knit, and we just, I don't know, it's a feeling of appreciation for what we've got and how lucky we are, and you know, all that kind of cliche stuff. Yes, it's good. There's a certain atmosphere, there's a certain ethos about Christmas after everybody's finished moaning about it and complaining about, you know, the commercialization of it or how much money it costs, blah blah blah. But there is a kind of goodwill towards everybody, and you know, you say are you all right to your neighbours that you don't normally speak to and things like that, you know, that kind of thing. Or you'll be out in the street walking the dog and you'll just say hello to complete strangers on Christmas Day, you know, that kind of thing. Just, so I don't know, it's something happens on Christmas Day, I don't know, it's strange. But yeah, and that's it, that's all the questions I have. So this is the first monthly P&Q. How long have I been going here? Ooh, a little bit longer than usual because I had more questions, see. We will see now how many questions I get for the next P&Q, and this is really going to tell if it's going to have any longevity or not. I hope it does, because I love doing P&Q. It was always my #1 favourite series to do as a weekly thing back when I had the time to do it. And yeah, it's just great. Sit down in front of a camera, to put the camera on, to set the mic up now and go. You know, it's brilliant. So yeah, keep those questions coming in. And if I remember, I'll try and premiere this to try and get a bit more interest in it as well. You know, advertising is good advertising. If you don't want to comment, could you at least share the video on whatever platforms you can in some way, shape or form, or you know, just like it or something, and then the more likes I get, hopefully the more it could get recommended with more views and so on. So I would like to really build up this Q&A series. I think I could evolve it into something quite good, you know, given time. I mean, as you know, I've been going for many years with it now, but yeah, we'll see how this monthly one goes anyway. Right, enough jibber jabber. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Remember, all brushes lead to war. Stay safe and bye for now.